And welcome to another episode of Spill the Pint. This is episode 10. Here are your hosts, Matthew and Adsy.
Yeah, we need to
we definitely
get the
need
music done.
we
We need to get...
This
is
I'm not
just our
doing that
bit
ever
now.
again. I'm gonna
This
keep
is just-
trying. I'm gonna keep trying different stuff every week.
I know, this is just our bit now. We need to actually have a conversation with Eloise because we keep
Yeah, we
saying
do.
this, but we
Oh,
actually
do you know every time I think about when I because after the podcast, you and I we hang up, I go and I edit and I get it all going, and you go and God only knows
do my
what you
shit.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when we talk about it. And then I remember on like a Wednesday afternoon, just before we're recording, going, "Oh shit, I need to message Eloise and be like, hey."
So dumb. Like, it is so dumb that we do this every week, but we'll eventually get to it.
Oh dear. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
it is what it is at this point.
Alrighty. So, mate, I'm going to throw you under the bus a little bit here.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah, just on account of the last few previous weeks. So what I want to do is start this a new segment right at the top of the show called Matt's Cellared Beers. And these are all your beers that have lived in your fridge for way too long. Probably
some of them
past
are.
their prime.
Oh, God, yeah.
You drink them anyway.
Yep.
And, yep.
Look,
and so where are we at? Take us to somewhere today.
In all fairness, like, I mean, last week, obviously, I had the Bridge Roads Bling Bling.
Yep.
Which I have to say, and then I found another one today, which I'm more disturbed the fact that I had two of them than I had one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like at least
but
you drink everything. If you're going to save them, you save one, but not
one exactly. But I did find one, and this is a beer that lives deep in my heart. And you know the head brewer.
Oh,
you know the head brewer very, very well. But this is a beer from before you knew the head brewer.
I bet I know who it is. I just had a thought.
Now, which beer is it, and which brewer, and from which brewery?
Which beer?
Yeah, it is the beer that made him famous in the Australian beer scene.
Milk and Two Sugars.
No. Even before that.
Oh, this is Prickly Moses.
No. I'm not even talking about Hendo. I'm not even talking about Hendo.
Are we talking about Muddy Cuthbert?
No.
Far out. Oh, man. You're going to have to tell me.
You worked with him, mate. You worked with him.
I'm trying to think of who I've worked with a lot of people.
Now.
Jake?
This is Charlie.
Charlie?
This
is Charlie.
No. This is Charlie at Mash Brewing.
Holy shit. That is old.
Now. To preface this, it is not a beer that he brewed. This is not a batch that he did. But this is the beer.
What you're saying is it's not a 20-year-old beer?
No, it's not it's not a 20-year-old beer. No. So it's not a 20-year-old beer, but this is the beer that made our mate, Charlie Hodgson, very famous. And this is the Mash Brewing Copycat.
Oh, great beer. Such a good beer.
So it's an American IPA, so it is a West Coast. It is big, it is malty, but it is also an absolute hop bomb.
Yep, and if you ever see it, get it, because beautiful beer.
But this beer is best before 2022.
You're not doing much for the industry of drinking fresh beer and.
No, I know I'm not. But this is what this segment is about: is beers that I fucked up and left in the fridge for too long.
Yeah, fair. No, it is. Yeah, like how many of Lockie's faff beers have you just stuck at the back of everywhere so that we can talk about this in 4 years' time?
None, because you bastards keep buying them all before I can even get a chance at getting one.
I might give you one. I'll give you one.
And I'll forget about it, and then you'll remind me, and I go, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
No, but
Copycat, is a great beer. I remember I think Joel bought some in once. He saw some in a bar,
Yeah,
in a bottle shop, and he bought some in.
yeah.
And the look of
You know where that was.
it would have been at your place? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
I'm the one that got this in. So this is when I was back at Cannon
I bought
Hill.
it in. That's right. I would have bought it in. Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. I
You
bought
bought it
some
in.
from. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bought
But
it in from.
I would have gone to your
Yes.
bar and bought it to take back to Charlie. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, yeah.
I remember Charlie's face, like the little look of like
Like,
just
what the hell? Where did you get this?
recognition. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yep.
yeah. So I got this in when I was still at Cannon Hill. I ordered some in from WA. It was probably the most expensive shipping bill I've ever paid for
Yeah.
a beer, and it was cold shipped over. So I think I bought a keg and 3 or 4 cartons, and the shipping bill was about $400 from memory.
Jesus.
And this was quite a few years ago. So, but it was cold shipped over, and surprisingly, it is still holding up pretty well. It is obviously it's oxidized, we expect it, but
Yeah.
it is
Yep.
still holding up pretty well.
Man, I kind of want it now. I kind of want one.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it is one of the first craft beers that I remember getting into back in the day when sort of the Australian craft beer scene was kicking off. And this
Yeah.
was back in Charlie's early day in beer. This
Yeah.
is
Right. Yeah.
because obviously from memory he was doing wine before beer, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was. Yep.
So this was his sort of first real big push into beer and creating an award-winning beer, and it's still a cracker to this day. So it definitely holds a special place in my heart.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely in the Australian craft beer scene. So yeah.
Wow.
So that is my first intro to Matt Cellared beers is Mash Brewing Copycat American IPA.
That's great. That is awesome. Me, on the other hand, I did some purchasing this week and last week, and tonight I am drinking a Aramis
Ooh.
Shiraz.
I know. That's why I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, yeah. Fucking thing on my thing. I've been buying. Well, I always buy a lot of wine.
Yep.
But I bought a box to try and win myself a Penfolds Grange so that I could make the
Yep.
world's most expensive sangria again. Like I did with my bottle that my mum and dad bought.
Yeah,
me
I've been seeing this stuff pop up on social media about 1 in 100 chance of getting a Penfolds Grange.
Yeah.
Which I mean, in this day and age, with the parent company looking like they might be in a bit of trouble,
Yeah.
getting a Penfolds Grange is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, it was. I had the opportunity to get it. So you either get you can get the Penfolds, or you get what do you get? So I got the. How did I get? I don't know. I think it's a different one. I don't know. I'm not going to look. We're talking about beer, not my wine. So yeah. Anyway, mate, moving on. We're 8 minutes in and we haven't even talked about shit yet. So
No.
pub court.
Yes.
Yeah. So last week's case, PC008 was 440ml can price creep. Is it better value for money or a sneaky margin play? And the winning vote was it's better value for money with 84% of the vote, which kind of surprises me.
I was very surprised, considering I did let an insider sort of trading knowledge out in terms of the misunderstanding of the dollar value of the dollar per litre value of beer. So, but yeah, look, I'm not surprised, but I'm also am at the same time. I think people see the 440ml and they go, actually, I'd rather spend a little bit more money, get a larger volume rather than cracking open multiple cans.
Yep.
So maybe there's that. Also, let's be real, in this day and age with the whole 10-cent refund, you get a little bit more bang for your buck under that, because it doesn't matter whether it's a 440 or a 375, the same cost of that.
Yeah, that's a good angle. We hadn't even thought of that.
That goes back into it. Yeah, look, I'm surprised, but also I'm not.
Yeah. Yep. I think it was a good thing to talk about. I think I just associate 375 ml with your regular stubbies and soft drink, and
Yeah, fair
440s
enough.
is, a bit more premium beer. But yeah, better value for money was the one that won out. I think that was, it's great. You can't argue with the jury, mate. The jury vote.
No.
You and I have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, I was just surprised based on my experience having to buy 440s back when I was still running Parched.
Yeah.
And the 440 cost and actually how much we had to sell it at to make even a basic margin. So I know how expensive they can be to manufacture. So I was very surprised at that. But at the end of the day, the punters are the ones buying it. So the pub court decided. So
that's right. If you want to be a part of the pub court and be on our jury, all you need to do is go to facebook.com/groups/Aussie Beer Voyage, and you can be a part of the jury. There's a poll already up there with a whole bunch of topics that you can choose the next case that we're going to do later on in this episode, as well as in all next week's. And then you can also vote in every weekly jury to give us your opinion and let us know, and vote with your thing. You don't get to add options. You don't get to vote for multiple. You just got to pick a side, and that's it. There's no hung jury, suck shit, Craig, and that's just how we roll.
So true. Yep.
Yeah. He said that right at the very first episode. Oh, it could be a hung jury, and I'd still give him shit for it. We're 10 episodes in, so.
Yep.
On that too. This is episode 10. So, mate, congratulations. We've done 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
We've survived 10 weeks.
That's right. Yeah. International news. You've done these ones. I read them, but I'll let you take the lead on them because you know more about them than I do. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, in sort of big brewery news is probably one of the biggest moves we've joked about it in the past of sort of head brewers moving around, and there was that big move in Brisbane that happened that we still blame Cuzzy.
That's whenever everyone shuffled around.
Everyone shuffled around. But I think this is probably one of the biggest moves I've seen in a very, very long time of a head brewer, and this is Mitch Steele, who I think everyone can kind of unanimously say is sort of the godfather of IPA or American IPA anyway in the US.
You would hope that people would know who Mitch Steele is.
Oh, I mean, if you don't know who Mitch Steele is, please go back to beer school, because this is like
Stone Brewing,
Stone, New Realm. So he started.
IPA.
He was one of the, he was one of the founders of New Realm Brewing, but he's made the decision to move on from there. They're taking on a new head brewer, and he is moving on to Abita Brewing, and he's becoming the Director of Brewing Operations there, and basically creating all of the new beers for them, and really kind of bringing them to the next level. I mean, Abita's been making some really good IPAs for a long time. So It makes sense as to why he would not jump ship, but make the move across anyway. But for someone as prominent as that to move across from a brewery he founded into another brewery, that's huge news. I was gobsmacked, to be honest.
But at the same time, like he's probably well familiar with them in that they themselves were founded in 1986. Like they're not a new brewery.
They're not a new brewery. No, you're 100% right.
And just managed to get like a big name head brewer
out
of nowhere. Like it's probably
these guys. These guys have been around for a very long time.
Yeah, exactly. And he's seen their growth, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we just wanted to get someone new," and he's probably like, "You know what? I wouldn't mind working for someone else for a change and see what's up. And
Yeah,
I've heard Mitch Steele talk, and he's very much
absolute. Oh,
like the wealth of knowledge. The man just spews knowledge every time he opens his mouth with just the simplest of
I mean,
sentences.
I've got his book. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a brewer or sort of a head brewer or someone who's very interested in sort of brewing knowledge, that hasn't either at least looked at his book or bought his book.
That's right. Yep,
I
we've
mean,
got it at work too.
he literally wrote the book on IPA.
Yes. Yep.
It's literally the book on IPA. So I think this is a great move for him. I think it's a great move for the industry, is spreading his knowledge, his breadth of knowledge on that sort of thing. So I think, yeah, like, I mean, well done, Abita, to being able to tempt him across, for one.
For sure.
Well done to Realm, because I believe they've found another head brewer. I haven't seen who it is yet, but they do have another head brewer that's stepping into that role, and they're a brewer that's already established there, so they're moving up. Which means that
these breweries a bit more than I do. Size-wise, capacity-wise, who's equivalent here in Australia?
Huge. Oh God, absolutely enormous.
Yep.
I don't know in terms of literage, but we're talking about the same size of like Gage Roads and bigger than Felons. We're talking Brick Lane size. These are enormous breweries.
Yep.
They're obviously not as big as the macros, but they are enormous. So they're producing a lot of beer. They're upwards of they're in the millions and millions of liters. So, which is amazing for what they produce. But also, America has a much larger population, so you've got to take that into account.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But I think this is a great sign that actually the craft beer sort of industry in America is still expanding. The fact that you can have someone like this, someone else can go, actually, we can pay someone like this to come across and produce good beer for us to expand us even more, I think shows some growth.
I think so too.
It's not a stagnating industry.
I think the growth in craft beer is still happening. Definitely not at the pace that it once was, but the growth in craft beer still is, because I think what the difference that craft beer has and what the big guys don't is that business feel where you can come to the tap rooms and you're part of that community in that area and where you are in every single tap room. Whereas
I think, I think you're right. I think also the growth is different. I don't think it's growth. Yeah. I don't think the growth is the same as in volume and numbers. I think it's spread across where those numbers come from.
Yep.
So I think beforehand we had a lot of craft beer bars. We had a lot of pubs that would have a few taps of craft beer. I think what we're seeing is actually breweries and independent craft beer venues are growing in revenue a little bit more and growing in numbers with there, rather than spreading the load across more venues, smaller number of venues, smaller number of breweries, but their numbers are increasing.
Yep.
Which I think is probably what the industry needs. I think we did have that point where we're a little bit overgrown. We were kind of that weedy garden that everyone was just
everyone was just clambering to get a footprint massive with multiple places instead of focusing on the community within, and it's come back to bite a lot of people.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. And I think that's what breweries, craft beer venues are starting to look at, but also looking at other marketing opportunities of how they can appeal to a different market. Which, from the next article, is how Dogfish Head has become relevant again.
Yeah, I reckon.
I'm sure, I would hope all of our listeners know who Dogfish Head is. I would really hope. Again, with Mitch Steele, I would hope everyone knows who Dogfish Head is.
Yep.
But if you're not, familiar with who Dogfish Head is, they were one of the prominent West Coast or big IPA breweries in the US. They created the 60, the 90, and the 120-minute IPA, where they basically continuously dry hopped, making some ridiculous IBU'd beers.
Yes.
But it's one of those things that they started in the 1990s, so the mid-90s, and they started to lose some traction. But then they recently, for the 30th birthday, they got in touch with American rock legends, the Grateful Dead, to work with them. So, I mean, the Grateful Dead are kind of, I like them. They're well outside of my era, but they're 60s and 70s sort of rock icons.
Yep.
But they worked with them and to do a collab, and apparently their sales are booming again. The beer that they released with the Grateful Dead absolutely outshone absolutely everything they produced.
Yeah. I think
which is amazing. I mean, it happened. I think it happened to be really good timing for them. It was Dogfish Head's 30th birthday, but it was also timing up for the 60th birthday of the Grateful Dead. So I think there was that sort of combination of things that the relevance worked again.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I love the Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA, so I'm glad that they can continue going.
Yeah, well, you know, they're not the only one who, like in America, it seems that, well, not just America, but outside of Australia, there's a lot of collabs of beers and bands and stuff. Like Motorhead had their Road Crew one. There's a whole bunch of collabs with bands that are big in the UK and the US, and we haven't really seen anything in Australia like that.
No,
you know,
no,
Savage Garden
we
would be great for a hoppy beer.
Oh man, honestly, I would love to see. So, I would love to see Savage Garden get back together. Come on! Like, sorry, this has just opened up a whole thing for me now.
All right. Well, this is not where I expected this to go. Here we go.
I love Savage Garden. And I mean, there's been rumors for so long that they would get back to together. That Andrew Johns and Darren Hayes would get back together, and they would do a tour and stuff like that. But I can't see that happening.
No.
They've both said that that was such a big time for them, and they just couldn't physically do that again.
No, it was a crazy time in their life. But anyway,
it was a crazy time. I mean, all of their hit songs came out of 2 albums.
Yes.
I mean, you think every song that they've ever produced, and you go, oh, that was only 2 songs out of like 4 years, and it was just, like, that's mental. But I can't see that. But I think you're right that the sort of tie of bringing music and beer in Australia would be amazing. I mean,
you look at some licensing. Is it ABAC?
No, I don't think it is. Because we've had bands do touring. Like, I mean, you look at Young Henrys, their whole thing is around music.
Yeah, I know.
And live music and supporting bands and things like that. So I don't think it is. I think it's just an untapped market that everyone's been piling on with the sports personalities.
Yeah.
So obviously, like with the new Queensland Brewing Co. is tying in with Queensland sport legends and NRL legends.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a licensing thing. I think it comes down to just what breweries or brand management people are looking at. What's the best way to sell beer? But I think in Australia, the music scene is definitely an untapped market that we should probably sort of hit on, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first, everyone. If you're a Savage Garden fan, call Matthew outside of this podcast hours. It will sing to you truly, madly, deeply. Obviously a big fan.
or to the moon and back.
Went off on a little tangent there.
Sorry, that was a big tangent. But I don't know. But I mean, you think of sort of other bands that would work with beer, and you think of the punk rock scene with the Living End or Grinspoon and Regurgitator and guys like that. I reckon there's a huge market that is
Yeah.
untapped that could potentially work. But I think it just comes down to whether there's enough.
I was trying to hit up the cauliflowers.
Oh, Jesus. What about the Cockroaches?
No, the cauliflowers. You should check them out. They're actually a pretty good band.
Okay.
I have been listening to a shitload of them, but yeah, I think that music and beer collaboration in Australia could work really well. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%.
Mate, the next bit of news in Australia, kind of Australia. It's in Hobart. But yeah, the Hobart Community Hop Festival, fresh hop beers down there. 17 breweries. That is a great amount of breweries to get involved in some fresh hop beers in a very small area that you could pretty much get them all.
Yes.
Right. How
good? I wish I could be down there because it's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that is going to be an absolutely amazing weekend of some, one, fantastic beers.
Yes.
But also a great way of showcasing local hops as well.
Yeah. Yep. I had the guys from, I think I told you last week, Hilltop Hops came into the brewery after going down to Earth, and they were like going and checking out all the places that that they'd given their hops to for fresh hops, and being able to see the brewers and the beers that had been used in. So yeah, I think I sometimes struggle a little bit with the fresh hop beers, like the grassiness and that.
It is a hard one.
Like, yeah, I think you've got to go into it. It's like going like I've never gone to Blobfish. I would probably never go to Blobfish unless I had like a packet of Nexium and Zantac, beforehand, like Skittles. Because that's just why I don't drink a lot of sours. But I think you'd have to go into a fresh hop beer festival with that in mind, going, that's just what these beer styles are known for and can lead to, which is, it's freaking great. Like, it's good when you know that's what you're expecting. It's when you don't know that it's a fresh hop beer and you get it and you're like,
what is this?
Until you know, because it can just be a little bit harsh on your palate when you don't know,
and it can be it's confronting.
Yeah,
it's because we're at, like, if you're a beer drinker, some of the things that you have with a fresh hop beer, you're accustomed to knowing as a bad thing. So that grassiness, that earthiness, you're told and taught that that's an off flavor. You shouldn't be tasting this. That's a poorly constructed beer. But when you've got something that is literally 100% grassiness, it's literally just green chlorophyll. Like, it is so grassy. You have to expect it a little bit. So when you get some of these beers and you go, oh yeah, I get a little bit, but holy crap, it is just like so pungent. It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
And I mean, have you seen the brewery lineup that's going down for that?
Yeah.
Or that will be there for that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some Victorian breweries, but you've also got some, most of the breweries are from Tasmania. So you've got Bridge Roads from Victoria, Hobart Brewing Company, which makes sense. Also got Communion, Shambles Brewery, King River, Last
But it's a free festival too.
Yeah, it's free. You just walk in, you try the beers. You go in, you buy the beers. Like, how cool is that?
I know.
We were talking the other week about having to pay to have festivals operating and the costs associated, and these guys come out a couple of weeks later and go, "Yeah, no, it's gonna be free."
Yeah, roll one
So,
up. That's all
yeah,
good. No
yeah,
questions
just come
asked.
on in.
Yeah, yeah. Drink our beer. I mean, the beer's not free, but just the
No,
fact
but
that the
this is
entrance
great.
is. Yeah.
It's a good way of getting people into different breweries or trying different breweries down there. So clearly, the local council down there is really for the craft beer scene, or at least the small producers, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
I wish every state or every council would allow us to do something like this.
for sure.
I'd love to know how they managed to pull this off, because I think this is amazing. And I mean, this is not the first year. This has been running for quite a few years.
Yeah. Yep.
So for this to keep going is fantastic. So I hope it keeps going, because I'd love to get down there one day.
Yep. Me too. Yes. So moving on, mate. This time last week. So last week we recorded on the Tuesday.
Yes.
We normally record on the Wednesday, and if we had it done, we would have been able to talk about this.
I know, but I was at a hop event, so I couldn't make it.
Well, the hop event finished in the afternoon, and you just stuck around to get smashed.
Yes, because that's what we do.
And that's fine. Just say the truth, brother. Say the truth. You can't have it.
So, yeah, but unfortunately, we've had one brewery closure, but then we've also had another.
That's right. So, yeah, it was announced last Wednesday night that Helios Brewing was calling it quits. They've given themselves a month to close. It was unfortunate that a lot of people thought it was on April Fool's Day, that it was a
Bad
joke
timing,
as well.
bad timing, but it's, yeah.
Got to do these things. It was after 12, so, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and obviously super sad for me. That was my first job in a brewery, working at Helios. So I've done a lot there with those guys. And I know, how hard and how much effort Scott has put into that building. And everyone who's been through Helios has, but particularly Scott. The amount of work that he's put in and everything that he's done and tried to do, not just for Helios, but even just for the industry at large. Like, he has a consultancy business for solar panels and whatnot, for being able to improve your brewery's green energy and all of that sort of stuff. So it's going to leave a massive hole
it definitely
in the
will.
South Brisbane brewing space. They'll be back to the Bermuda Triangle maybe now.
I was about to say, it's not the Bermuda Quadrangle anymore. It's
but
it's not even the original Bermuda Triangle either.
No, I know. No, but
so
it's it's just one of those sad things. So I think it was last day of trading is going to be the 3rd of May. Sunday, 3rd of May is when they're closing up. So there's definitely time for people to get in and try their Helios beers. Mate, I'm going to propose. And
are we gonna head in?
I want to go in like the week before or something. I don't know what's on.
No, so the 3rd of May. So that's 4 weeks away.
Yep.
So there's obviously, the 25th or 26th. It's doable.
Yeah, when's ABAs?
So the actual ABAs Awards is not until the 14th of May.
Right, okay. So what if we did the 18th?
18th is doable.
So, yeah, I'll make a Facebook event and I'll send out invites to some people for a early goodbye, Friends of Helios, unofficial Aussie beer voyage, thank you, all sorts of stuff. I just want to get a few people in there. I will also be in there on the Helios official event that they've posted as well, because you're damn
I mean,
straight
I
I'm
probably
going to
will.
be drinking as much of that Kronos and Zeus as I can before
Oh,
those doors
I
close.
probably will as well. So, but
Um,
I think if we spread it out, so they can, so Scott. I mean, because this is not a cheap endeavor as well. I mean, having to close up a brewery, it's expensive. I mean,
yes, it is.
running a
Yep.
brewery is expensive, and then having to shut one up is even more expensive. Um, so
Yeah, some
I
benefit
mean,
to Scott. I'm not sure what his plans are. I actually have reached out to him, but I haven't a chance to catch up.
no,
And I do want to sit down and have a beer with him, but I wonder if he's going to either be happy to sell the equipment and clear the building out, or he owns that building and land, or
yes,
whether he's going to
lease it
sell,
out or
like lease it out and sell the equipment in house, and
yeah,
rent it out, or I don't know. Um, I mean, there's a lot you can do with the venue. The landlord's a crazy and American man, but yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. It's going to leave a massive hole in
but
the
it's a
industry.
shit
It's pretty
situation.
sad,
It
and
is such a shit situation.
yeah, yep.
Um,
Speaking of shit situations,
yeah,
the other
um,
closure that happened super abruptly, um,
yeah,
like
hoppers.
came out of nowhere. Yeah, Hoppers.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a weird one.
yeah. So what's happened here? Do you reckon?
I don't look. This has clearly been going on for a long time. There's clearly been issues for a long time. Because there's posts going up, and then there's comments about stuff from 2025, like December 2025. But then I know there's been stuff happening before that.
Yep.
So honestly, I do not know what is going on there. I have a sneaking suspicion this is very much a Cannon Hill Brewing Bar 951 situation.
Right.
Honestly, I think this is you've got two directors of a company or multiple directors of a company that do not get along,
Yep.
that are pulling the business in a whole bunch of different ways, and a lot of people being caught up in it.
Yes. Yep.
Honestly, that's the way that I read of this. In saying that, and the only reason that I say that is we've only seen one side of this so far. Is there's been some public posts and things like that.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so I'm going to bring it up now because it is public, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk
I'm
about
not
it. Yeah.
throwing anyone underneath any buses or anything, but so it was 2 days ago. A post went
Yeah.
up on the Hoppers Instagram page saying, "We
Searching,
need help.
asking
Are
for
you
help.
a lawyer? Are you able to help with legal stuff?" And that was
Now
like,
that's a weird thing to do. That is
yeah.
weird.
And right at the bottom it says, "Unfortunately, the brewery isn't serving beers anymore, but we won't give up on the battle. Stand for the little guys like us." Now, I don't know what's going on. That's how it is. But then the very next day, or a couple of hours later, um, it's come out and it said,
Closure
"We're
post.
closing our doors for good due to serious issues behind the scenes, including a business partner doing the wrong thing. We've had no choice." That is an insane way to go out.
And they named the person as well.
I haven't.
No, I know you haven't, but
Yeah.
in the post they named a person. And I mean I joked earlier with you was it today or yesterday? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Going about we need to do a pub court about
You didn't want to.
breweries airing their dirty laundry. And yeah, I don't know how. Look, I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, look, I've worked in venues and breweries where there is a shitload of dirty laundry, like a
Yep.
shitload. But I never put it up, and I had access to the social media and everything like that. But I never would have put it up on social media like this.
No. I don't either. There's these two breweries that have gone out of
Yeah,
business have gone about it very different ways.
differently.
like one has Scott coming in, um, hat in hand.
Almost apologetic to the punters.
Yeah. Oh well,
Apologising to the punters, going, I'm sorry, I'm
because that's
having to
how much
close.
Scott is, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it
it's
is.
him.
He'd be like,
It
"Oh,
is
I'm
very
sorry."
Scott.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
it is. And then you got this other one who's like going, "Fuck this guy, fuck that. We're shutting down. Too bad." And you were talking about shutting Helios down and how expensive that is. Like, to just shut your doors and screw whatever events were coming up
so
or bookings
this is
or
where, and this is where I go, there's more to this. Because as a business, you would not just shut your doors instantaneously like this unless there is something else happening in the background in terms of licensing, the ability to sell, bank accounts, insolvency. Like, you just wouldn't.
yeah,
So this is where I go, there's more to this. I'm not saying that the current operators are in the wrong or they're in the right, but there is clearly more to this because you don't just shut a business down like this unless it is the absolute last thing.
yeah,
Which means there's shit that's been happening in the background for a long time that has gotten to this point.
yes, yep. I think.
So, but yeah, but also one of the comments or one of the things that was stated made me go, hang on, what's going on here? Because they're going, what was it? Something along the lines of they were trading outside of hours, but then they're also claiming that they were the ones operating the bar. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, which one is it?
Yeah.
So that sort of thing makes me go, there's something more here. I think they've jumped the gun in doing all of this social media stuff, and I think it's likely going to bite them in the ass really badly.
Well, I can't. I just. This will be the wine talking. Here we go. But
Here we go.
Everyone knows I do a lot of social media, and that's what I do. I talk about a lot of stuff, put a lot of stuff up there. I'm happily an idiot on social media for all sorts of dumb shit all the time, but within reason. And
yes,
like even the breweries that put up when they've got a hop explosion going on, I don't get it. I don't know why they do. Because it just, to me, it just shows bad practice.
Yes. I'm the same with you. Like, I don't get those, or where, like, there was that big one that everyone was laughing about of the guy that took off the wrong thing. It was the carb stone. It smashed him in the chest. I'm like, why are you posting this? Like,
I get it. And don't get me wrong, I laugh at them and I see it and I share it to my mates as well because it's not my brewery. But if that
also,
happened to us, I wouldn't put it on.
But also, yeah, we're in the same boat. We go, we're going to laugh at it because you guys are dickheads, but also you're dickheads for sharing it.
Yeah, like, and Helios's video was a heartfelt thanks from Scott. Joel actually forgot to edit our news on the day and get it up on the Wednesday
because he was doing that.
He was doing so much work on Helios and just thinking about that and making sure that all went. Didn't help that I didn't upload the videos for the news or anything, so he couldn't edit it anyway. But
it's understandable.
Yeah. And then to have these guys come out from Hoppers with the way that they're going about it, I think is just wrong.
Yes.
I think wrong may be the wrong word, but it just
distasteful.
Yeah, it's just a bitter feeling. It's like licking a hop pellet. It's not something you want to do or feel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's definitely weird. Like, well,
it just makes you awkward. It makes you awkward because you're not sure who's involved or why or what's going on, and you're like, oh. I don't even know who to call to say, hey, is everything okay, or is there anything I can do, or because you
Yeah, and
kind of don't want to be on the wrong side when all the shit lands. Like,
yeah, and I've had messages from other people from it's either 2024 or early 2025 about issues. And it's just
yeah,
like, man, this is clearly not a new thing. There's clearly been issues for a long time. The fact that you're talking about money to resolve issues, like, come on, like, this is not shit that you put up on social media.
well,
Like, because even,
it's a
yeah,
100% death knell, that, because you can't come back for that. That's
no.
yeah,
Because now, let's say that everything resolves itself and everything's all good, they start operating. Is anyone going to have faith in that brewery again?
Oh, who's not going to want to know the story?
Yeah. Well, not only that, but as a brewery owner or operator, are you going to have faith in that brewery again? Like if you're a supplier or someone who has to give a credit account,
Yeah,
like that's like for me, I look at it as someone who's had to operate breweries and go, and for all of the other people that I deal with hop suppliers, malt suppliers, lab equipment, all of this sort of stuff, are they going to want to give me a credit account?
yeah, I don't know.
No,
No, but then I,
no.
to be fair, there's
But
not many suppliers given credit again.
that's true. that is very true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, it's a weird situation, and I don't think it should have been as public as it was.
Yeah, yep. No, I agree. But anyway, yes, I will create an event on the Aussie Beer Voyage Facebook page, and I will
Yep.
share it. Let's call it something like halfway closed, half the drinks must go, or something.
Something like that, and
Yeah,
we'll
let's
have a
try
good
and
time.
half empty. I'll work on that. I'll ask ChatGPT. It'll figure out something for me.
And we'll bring as many people as we can into the brewery for
Yeah,
a
for halfway
halfway
through, and then
hurrah.
although I will be kind of pissed off if we get in there on like the May the 3rd, like the last day, and
And there's nothing left.
there's like Cyclops and Red Rye left, and I'll be like, I mean, I love those beers, but
You
I
can't
reckon,
hit those too hard.
mate, if I know Scott, and I do know him very well, he will
There's going to
have
be some
he
fucked
will
up
have
beers left.
a bottle or two of some Kronos stashed somewhere of like the old original Kronos, like
And it's going to be annoying, hey? Like, we're
big
going to turn up
breakfast
and go, oh,
stout.
shit.
Or
Yeah. That's
yeah.
exactly it.
Speaking of Kronos, I think I found a white stout Kronos in my fridge. Talking about your
I've
Cellared
got
beers.
two. I've got two white Kronos.
Oh,
Um,
dear.
but we should move on. So,
You should indeed.
obviously, every week we've started doing our brewery visit wish list. I think I did mine first last week. So why don't we start with you?
Yeah, cool.
You've got a very notorious brewery. I would probably say.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So I think I first had this beer, man, it would be probably 12 years ago now, 12 or 13 years ago at an Armageddon
Oh, yep.
at Archive. Back when Armageddon was awesome. At the old Archive, when it was still like the comic books on the wall and there wasn't the pool tables and it wasn't as full as backpackers and things like that. Not that backpackers are an issue, just old Archive I think was way better than what it is now.
Totally fair.
Yeah, and I remember I said to my mates, I said, "Oh, I'll meet you there at Armageddon," um, and they were like, "What time are you getting there?" And I was like, "Well, it says it opens at 10:30, so I'm going to be there at 10:30." And they were like, "Oh, I was probably going to get there about 12ish," and I was like, "Mate, there's a lot of beer to get through. Get in there." Like I'm going to be there. Come in and
Yeah.
drink beer. And I remember getting the the book, going through the book, working out what I wanted to have, and you got the little tasting
Oh, yeah.
glasses, and you had to buy tickets, and you had to hand over tickets to get the thing. And I got Evil Twin Little Bro, and
Oh,
I
jeez.
remember,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, and I remember I worked out how many tickets I needed to hand over for my beers, for my little
Yep.
tasting paddle, and the girl who was taking the tickets only asked for like a quarter of what I thought I needed, and I was like, my dumb, stupid single brain. I was a single man back then. I was like, oh, she likes me. And, hadn't even had a beer yet, and I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
I'm in. Yeah, here we go. And I've sat down and I've gone through the beers. I can't remember what else was in the paddle, and then I got to this beer, this little glass of what looked and smelled and tasted like soy sauce, but was amazing and just burnt my mouth. And I'm like, holy
Yep.
fuck, what was that? And I'm opening up the book again, going, I think I picked something wrong here. And I'm looking and I'm reading, and I'm going, oh no. I was looking at the amount of coupons I handed over was what I thought was the price. No, that was the ABV.
Oh,
So
shit.
I've handed over like 12 coupons thinking, because it's an 11.5% beer. It's an Imperial Porter. It's big. It's a big beer. And I will never forget it. I will never forget that experience.
Yeah,
And
it's
I would
11.5%,
I
dude.
know.
Like, it's a big
Yeah, and it
beer.
was 10:30 in the morning. It was like in my first battle. So
Oh,
I
God.
I had no idea what I was doing. It was a big beer that started me off, and I would love to go to the brewery. I've had a few of their beers since then. It's in New York, which I've not been to New York yet, so that would be awesome as well
Yeah.
for me to forget a night in New York. And yeah, blame it
I
on
was
Evil
lucky.
Twin.
I was lucky enough to spend a couple of hours in Evil Twin
A
when I was over there. Not last year, year before.
couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yep. Honestly, I did not have a beer over 7% because I made that decision because I wanted to have multiple. Let me just say, there's not many beers
I was
under
going to
7%.
say, what did you have? 2 beers?
I think it was 4. So, but yeah, no, 100%. I can look honestly. If you have not had a chance to get there, obviously you haven't, and
No.
you need to get there. But for anyone else, it honestly, it is a fantastic brewery. Service is good. I mean, to be honest, all of the breweries that I went to in the US, the service was good. So, yeah, 100%. If you get a chance, get there.
Yeah, so you can find some of these beers on
Yes,
Carwin Cellars, Beer Cartel, My Beer Dealer, and Purvis Beer. We'll get
I
them.
was about to say, Maddie usually gets a couple of them in
Yeah,
for my beer dealer.
yep, yeah. So
So,
um, even more Jesus. Have you had that one? That's another one
look,
that
possibly,
I
but
like.
not off the top of my head.
Yeah, and I've had a few of theirs with collabs as well. Um,
Yes, I've had a lot of their collab beers in
yep,
Australia, but even their just core range, it's not even core range, just their standard beers that they produce, their West Coast, or they have a rotation, from my understanding, of West Coast IPAs that they produce, and they are fucking phenomenal.
yes,
So, yeah, definitely, yeah, I can see why it might be on your wish list.
yeah, yeah. No, it's definitely a brewery that I'm going to go to. I just need
Yeah, totally
SBS
fair.
to pick me up on the food channel and do a Adsy tours breweries.
Yeah,
I think it'd be a
yeah,
great show.
totally fair.
Would you watch it? Someone would watch it, surely.
No, I'd want to be part of it.
Yeah, the episodes are only 20 minutes long because after that I'm slurring and
Wasted.
you
Yeah.
can't get much out of me. So yeah,
No, exactly.
mate, what's your brewery?
I have to say, mine is less
Gonna be another
interesting,
shitty
but
one.
more. Oh, fuck off. No, but it's a
Oh, it
meaningful
is.
one.
Yeah.
It is a meaningful one for me. So it is Beck's, as in Beck's
Yes.
Brewery in Bremen, Germany. Um, so Beck's was actually the first beer I ever had,
Nice.
ever. Like,
Right.
not.
Yep.
I don't mean in terms of craft beer or anything like that. It was the first beer that I ever had. Mum was a huge fan of Beck's, and I have to give him credit. Even in Australia now, it is one of the few beers that is actually a properly imported beer. So
Yep.
we've got all of these Stellas, we've
Brewed under
got all
license
of these
and
other, all of those. Beck's is still actually imported. So they still make it in Germany. Um, it is, it's been around, what was it, 1850s, I believe it was, when Beck's started.
yep.
They're still producing it in Bremen, and it is one of the OG sort of German Pilsners.
Question for you.
I mean, yeah,
You said this is the first beer you've had.
yes.
Was that the like a sip of where you tasted beer, or is this the first beer in a glass that you've
No,
had?
no, no.
Before beer?
This was their first. Here's a stubby.
Right. Okay.
So
Because I was,
this.
I was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was going to go, man. I was like 8.
No, no, no. This was the first. So this, like, I mean, there were probably others earlier, but this was the first beer that I had, um, that I can remember of, and it was at a family wedding when I was a kid, and uh, it was my uncle's wedding in Bali. So like I was a kid, I still had a kid's passport. Like I was, yeah.
Yep.
And we blame him for the GFC because he was like a hedge fund manager at the time and shit like that. So
Yeah.
they had a villa in Bali and could afford all that bullshit. And the best man, who'd been a footy player and all that sort of stuff. He was a good family friend, and Mum was standing there, and he hands me a beer, and he goes, and Mum had gone, seriously, he's not even 18, and he just goes, and we're in Bali, legal drinking age is different, and just that was it.
Yep.
And it was Beck's, and that was the first beer that full proper beer of sort of out in an environment where it wasn't at home of here's a sip or anything like that. It was the first
Yeah.
proper
Yeah.
beer that I had, and so like still I want to get over there at some point so that I can have a Beck's at the brewery.
Yep. Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. I don't mind
Um,
Bex. I'll drink
no,
it
like
for sure.
I still get it if it's on sale and things like that. I think it's a pretty damn good pilsner.
Yes.
And it's not a complicated beer. Like people will complain and go, oh yeah, it's not a craft beer, but to be honest, it is still a good, solid beer, and I'm happy to drink it any day of the week.
Yep. All right. Nice one. That's good. Mate, moving on to more serious business. I'll put a more serious voice. This is case
Court is in session.
PC009. This is
Yep.
our pub court for the week. Um, this week's case is breweries pivoting to cocktails and wine, survival strategy or losing identity. For those of you playing at home who have not heard this before, we do a pub court case each week, and Matt or I take on the defence or prosecution. We decide that with the flip of a bottle cap, and neither of us really knows what we're going to do each week. We just try to present the case as is, and you can make your own decision by going to facebook.com/groups/Aussie Beer Voyage. And when you're in there, you get to vote on the current week case and be part of the jury and set the vote for whatever we're voting on for that week. So jump in, be a part of it. It's a private group, but you can just apply and I will approve you because, as I say always, I am a legend.
And he has no life, so he'll do it at like 1 a.m. in the morning.
I do have a live. I have like 40 freaking notifications every hour on across all sorts of social media channels that I have, but I just pick and choose the ones that are the most important. But the approved ones are a VIP one; they come straight through, so I do hit them pretty quickly. So yes, mate, this week is breweries pivoting to cocktails and wine survival strategy or losing identity. So survival strategy is the defense, right?
Yes.
Prosecution is you're losing identity of the brewery because you're selling out.
Yep.
All right. And how are we doing it this week? So you've got the bottle cap. Last week I got to call. What happens this week?
You know, I
like the randomness of this, that we both, neither of us argue about how this works. We just do it and we whatever.
No. So, speaking of that, I'm changing it up on its head totally.
Oh, shit. All right. Here we go.
You either need to find a Google app or a bottle cap. You're doing it this week.
Why?
Because I'm a dick. You know this.
Man,
and I like to keep you on your toes.
I'm not, like, I'm drinking wine tonight.
I know. Which means you need to get out your phone and do some app or something.
No, that's not happening. What I'm going to use...
It's got a coin.
Oh, I might have a coin.
What have you got?
Do I have a coin? No, I don't. What I've got is LED strip remote control. Okay.
Shit. Okay. I regret this immediately. But anyway, I've made the decision, so I'm screwed now.
No. So you can change it back and flip your bottle cap.
No. I've made the decision, so
no, because this is a stupid thing. No, I need a coin or something. Actually, I know where there's a coin. Hang on, just hold the phone. You entertain the people, Matt.
And he's gone. I mean, he should have paused this, but that's an interesting way to go.
All right.
He's found a coin.
All right. I have with me
I hope no one was blinded by his ghastly white legs.
Yeah, but I'm a ranger, mate, and I have a moon tan because I try and avoid the sun. I'm hoping all the freckles join up one day. I used to say that I was doing a reverse Michael Jackson, but it's sort of stalled out at 40, and the freckles have stopped joining up. So I started getting tattoos so that I can cover shit up.
So what have you got?
I've got a 5-cent piece.
Perfect.
You know, a common 5-cent piece that looks like it's been run over by a truck or a car. It's actually, you can't see it, but I can feel it. It's sort of domed as if it's been hit on the edge of a gutter or something. So,
all right. So,
so flipping.
Yep.
You're calling.
Okay. Heads.
Well, I haven't flipped it yet. You got to call it when it's in the air. Now,
all right.
Are you deciding what you do if you get it right?
Yes. If I get it right, I'll decide.
I don't.
Heads.
Oh, shit. Hang on.
He can't tell.
It's because it's so dirty and crushed. No.
Jesus.
It is heads.
Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to go survival strategy.
So it's, look at it. It's all manky and anyway.
I'm going survival strategy.
Okay, defense. Righto, the defense.
Oh, God. All right.
Wine's kicking in. We need to wrap this up because otherwise...
Yep.
Oof. I'm editing tonight. This was going to be fun if I don't close this up. Plus, we're at 1:05, which is already the longest we've been talking.
Ever done.
Yep. So, yeah. Cool. All right. Let me get
Depends.
my app here for a minute and a half. No timing on your end this time.
Okay.
Because that's unfair because I don't time. So,
Fair enough.
oh, shit, I opened the calculator again. All right. It's time for the defense.
All
Start.
right. Okay. Breweries pivoting to cocktails and wine. It is 100% survival. As we have found, breweries are becoming more and more diverse. They are accommodating to families. They're accommodating to people that aren't just beer drinkers. They're becoming local hubs. You cannot become a local hub if you don't accommodate for non-beer drinkers. All they are doing is alienating their community. If they're just saying that we're only local for beer drinkers, that's an unfair thing. To state that they're losing their identity because they're going other ways, it's not really fair. I mean, wine, beer, spirits, guess what? They all start the same way. They're making a sugar solution. They're fermenting it. Sometimes they just go a different direction. They have slightly different base ingredients. But at the end of the day, they're producing the same sort of thing. An alcoholic beverage, and they're becoming a local hub to the community. To state that they're losing their identity, I think they're just building on it. I rest my case.
No fucking way.
What was it? What was it?
I'm so getting ready to yell out objection or something.
What was it? I can't see it. It's 4
seconds.
Nice.
Yeah, well done. Good argument. I mean, must be weird when you know you've chosen the wrong side, but okay.
All right. Go when you're ready.
Alrighty. Breweries aren't losing their identity at all. The whole reason that people want a community space is because breweries provided that. You don't see wineries giving you bars that you can go to and check out. No, you've got to go to fancy wine bars or cocktail bars that are specifically built by other people and individuals and independent people who are getting a conglomerate of these products in, whereas a brewery is making it in-house right there, ready to go. Losing their identity? No. I say that they're making an identity. Breweries are doing what they can to survive, and they have to give you a little bit to get a lot more back. Maybe you get some cocktails. Maybe you get some wine. Have you ever heard of barley wine? Have a wine. Have a barley wine. You want a cocktail? Let me introduce you to a black and tan. I've got heaps of these in my back pocket. All right? There's no stopping the ability for a brewery to be able to just serve beer and for people to be happy. Go in there, get some chips, have a few beers, enjoy yourself. The breweries that are there are making beers across a whole gamut of styles. Try them all. You might surprise yourself and find one that you actually really love. I'm not going to point the finger at any breweries that making cocktails or wine because you know what? That's a solid business decision. But they are losing their identity. And I don't even know if I'm on the right side of the argument anymore. I'm out. I think I helped Joel get there. I've done defense for too many times.
There's no distillery or winery that have their own venue creating local hubs. Wow. Really? Really?
I couldn't. I was like, geez, I've started 7 sentences and I don't even have the ending to them. Look,
No.
that's not how we roll. Here, how we roll is that you and I present what we're given after we do our flip of the coin, and we're good at some and we're bad at others. You know, at least I got an argument out this week as opposed to the other week where I just sat there and complained and couldn't do it, because that was a real difficult one, which was proven by the voting when it was 100%. So, yes. Anyway, that is PC009, breweries pivoting to cocktails and wine. Defense, is it a survival strategy or prosecution? Are they losing their identity? Jump on facebook.com/group/Aussie Beer Voyage to cast your vote in our pub court jury. And also, while you're there, go to the pin post at the top and choose any of the cases that are also in there. You can choose as many as you like, or just one or two. It's up to you. And the one with the highest votes in the following week, we will do next week. So, yeah, pretty cool. Mate, it's my week for an industry legend shout out.
Yes.
And I'm going, probably a lot of people probably know of this person, but might not know them really well.
Yep.
But they would definitely know the brewery, for sure.
Yep.
And I reckon I'd be hard put to find someone else in the industry who is as welcoming and hospitable and fresh and ready to help.
Yeah.
I mean, there
fair
are,
enough.
but he's right there. And I'm speaking about Jezza from Precinct Brewing, an absolute legend. I've had a lot to do with Jezza. I love his brewery. I love his beers. But I remember way back when I was working at Helios and I wanted to do an event. Do you remember when I did the event, the Invitational, Helios Invitational,
Yes.
where I got all the breweries together just to supply a keg? We bought the keg. Helios bought the keg off the breweries. But
that fucking beer, honestly, will be the bane of my existence as a brewer.
Which one?
The one that I made for the Helios Invitational.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry, I'm off on a tangent there. Because Jezza was the first person I called. And I was like, hey, man, I've got this idea. This is what I want to do. And I remember the phone call, and he said to me, and he goes, yeah, man, cool. He goes, do you want 3 kegs? 4? Is 5 too many? And I was like, no, man, I just need 1. And he goes, oh, I can do that. He goes, do you want it this afternoon? When do you need it? And I had to explain the event to him.
Rein him back. Yeah.
I want to do some marketing. I want to build up some
hype. And 100% it's
not a tomorrow event, man. Just let me go. And every time I've been in his brewery, if he's there, he's just super looked after me. Even for Aussie Beer Voyage, when Joel and I were there, I know I'm actually going to be down there on Sunday. Because I
wish I could be there.
Their 10th birthday there. So me, myself, Joel, his missus, Kristen, for those who do not know, my son Kay, we're all going to head down and have a beer there and celebrate, hop on. But yeah, hopefully I get to see Jez and say good day as well. So if you've never been to Precinct, go and check it out. It's a great brewery. It's right in the hub of. There's Black Ops HQ, there's Roji Cat, there's Grandad Jack's, there's stellar beers around. Just down the road, Padre. You can.
It's a great hub. It's a great little hub down there. But yeah, you're right. Jezza is an absolute legend and is always one of the first people that jump out and go, yeah, what can I do? How can I help?
Well, even on the Pro Brewers, the Queensland Facebook page.
Oh, he always jumps out straight away.
If it's not Jazz asking a question for help, he'll be the first one answering.
Yeah. If it's something that he can assist with, he always answers.
100%. Yeah. So, Jazz, much love, my friend. And, here's your shout out. So, cheers to you. Mate, anything else before we wrap this long-ass episode up? Or
No. Other than the fact that I might have a little bit of info, or at least some stories when we come back next week, because I'll be in Melbourne all this weekend, so I fly down tomorrow.
Nice.
And part of that is I want to go visit a shit ton of breweries. So
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be bringing back some beers and stories, and some sort of events that those guys down in Victoria are running. So other than that, yeah, it'll
Yeah, nice. I'm looking forward to hearing about that.
yeah. Part of me wants to go down to Brownstone and annoy the shit out of Hendo as well.
Yeah. Is he going down there?
No.
I don't think he was because I saw
Funnily,
him this afternoon. I was dropping beers
no.
over his place
Funnily
for
enough,
Korea.
he'll be over in Korea
Yeah.
while I'm down there. So,
Yep.
but I'll still send him messages while I'm down there,
Oh, for
just to
sure.
annoy the
Yeah,
shit out
yeah.
of him.
Any chance to
Yeah,
give Hendo shit is a chance that you never give up. So it's
exactly,
not my
100%.
rule. That's just Hendo rule.
That's just the rule. That's the rule of law.
That's exactly right. That's it.
No, but otherwise, yeah. Have a good weekend, mate, and I'll see you next week.
Mate, I'll be here and chatting and probably not drinking wine next week, but yeah, we'll see how we go.
Probably a good idea.
Would. I'm good.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. Bye.